But look, we're really privileged tonight to have the beautiful Angela Marie Smith with us, who's the founder and formulator of Intrametica. She's a renowned naturopath and also the director of the Melbourne Natural Medicine Clinic. And for those of you who have met Angela and heard Angela before, we're well aware that she's got she's very passionate about using evidence-based, biomedical science, diagnostic testing, and also nutritional and herbal lifestyle medicine to restore our health and wellness to our body. Now, Angela is a broadcaster, and you'll see tonight, like just from the information that she'll share, she's a writer, and she's also a clinical presenter, to other naturopaths. So you can see that her information will be so highly regarded. She runs a thriving multimodality practice in natural medicine located in Melbourne. And also she's an industry advisor on nutritional and herbal formulations, influencing what many healthcare professionals use today. She's certainly driven to stand out scientific formulations that will really will continue to revolutionise the inner beauty market. And certainly Intrametica, that we'll talk about tonight, is a range that reflects Angela's unwavering commitment to evidence-based natural medicine. And I think it's a key part of natural medicines today, that you want to make sure that it's evidence-based. And the formulations, they're uniquely created, to smooth out wrinkles, fine lines, protect against UV sun damage, firm our skin and smooth our skin, but also build strong hair and nails, and certainly improve our metabolism and satisfy our hunger and cravings, while gently yet effectively cleansing our internal organs, often compromised through our urban lifestyle. And tonight, look, we're privileged to have Angela with us, and she'll explain to you how certainly the combination of the three products that has together, they fuse together. They're going to enhance the beauty by your beauty too, by focusing on the foundations of gut, liver, skin, and maintaining a healthy weight. So Angela, welcome to the call. Lovely to have you here with us again. Right?
Thank you. Great to be here.
That's the way. Now, Angela, I'm going to let you take it from here. Like I've introduced that we've had the opportunity of having you on these calls, and I must admit, every time we hear you, there's something else that we learn. And I'm reminded every day of you, because we take your product every day, and it's not just a once a year. It's one of those products that we need every single day. And I was reminded today when I shared the fact that, as on average, most consumers, most human beings are consuming the average credit card size of plastic every week. So you need to make sure your body is being looked after to actually rid that, and certainly Intrametica is one of those products. So thank you, Angela, for coming on and making time. And I think you wanted to share some slides too, so I'm going to let you do that at the same time.
Okay, great. Thanks, Tino. Hi, everyone. Lovely to chat with you all again and present to you all again. Today I guess we just wanted to focus still back on detoxification, because the need for it will never disappear unless we start living in a bubble. I just wanted to clarify on some of the reasons why it's good to detox, because of your exposure that you're having day to day. And unfortunately, that's unavoidable, but also what benefit you'll get from it to be doing it a number of times in a year. So at the moment, in clinic, a lot of my patients are coming in with allergies and sinus and colds and flus and things like that. So their immune system's been quite compromised from the winter time, and then come spring, where there's a change of season, all the pollens and dusts and grasses and the trees, the plane trees and animals and things, everybody's allergies starts reacting. Unfortunately, it becomes quite a chronic issue for some people, to the point, they can't breathe properly, they're sneezing, they might need to take some pretty toxic pharmaceutical medications. And it seems so sort of far removed, allergies and sinus and eczema and hay fever, from detoxification. Like, what's the parallel? But it's heavily related, because not cleansing your body properly leaves your immune system burdened with trying to detoxify these toxins out of your body. And unfortunately, you need assistance to properly cleanse those. And the phytonutrients that we provide in the Intrametica range are designed to do that. So if you are suffering with allergies, a detoxification, even just taking the product range daily, by working on the gut and the liver, where your immune system is made in the microbiome, you're having a really profound effect on the way your immune system reacts to those allergens when there's a trigger. And it is best to continue on with doing it and work through your gut health and your liver health, as well as just detoxification generally, because when you release toxins, your body works more efficiently. And these toxins also inhibit your immunity. So that was something I just wanted to basically touch on, with the need for detoxification in spring, for allergy, immune, recovery after winter, and kind of prepping yourself for summer. So I guess I'm often surprised in clinic how many people don't see that association, that detoxification helps you with your allergic response through the springtime. So that's one really good benefit. One of the other things I wanted to focus on, particularly in this session, is weight loss and preparing your body for summer. So we're looking at launching a series of webinars in November, probably most likely first to second week of November, but still to confirm dates. And they're going to be an assisted program with me to basically focus on getting your body ready for summer. And that's involved with detoxification and weight loss hand in hand. So I don't isolate weight loss and detoxification. In fact, detoxification should result in weight loss. It shouldn't be you lose weight and not detox properly, because it's quite dangerous to your body actually to lose weight without taking effective detoxification products, and also having a plan that allows you to fully clean up your internal environment. And, you know, as we all prep our houses, we do a spring clean and we throw things out from winter, and we get into the cupboards and remove unwanted things we don't need anymore. We need to also do that with our body. So the sooner you start, the better. And I'm designing this next program around a 6-week program. So it's a 21-day times 2, essentially. I'll go into more detail with you. I'll share some slides and just about why the products are involved and why they're important in that, and then just to give you a bit of a teaser around how it will look. This is also something you can start now too. So basically that you could also go on this detox program now, get your body prepped, and then go back on it again in November, because you'll be in an even better place if you did do that come mid-November for another 6 weeks. After mid-November, you start again. So for those of you that are looking to detox now, excellent idea. Go on and do it, the 3-week program. And then you could just stop it for a couple of weeks to sit and then enter back in. And massive chance you'll lose a really big amount of weight if you're needing to, and you'll also feel really, really healthy for summer. So let's start with the slides. I'm just going to share this. Okay, here we go. Here we go, good. You guys seeing that all well? I'm just going to minimize this thing, it's blocking me. There we go, good. Okay. I'm going to move. Here we go, here. Okay, I'm coming. So I just want to talk to you a bit about weight and why it's so important to lose weight. So unfortunately, our environment is actually making us fat. So the reason a lot of us are, or some of us are overweight, is not just because we're lazy, we eat too much, we've got some, bad genetics or something like that. It's actually a lot more to do with what you're exposed to and what you've been exposed to over the last however many years you've been on this planet. Your body has had to absorb, consume, digest, process the most hideous chemicals that are introduced daily that there's no warning on them. People just spray them, eat them, drink them, breathe them, wear them. And our bodies are not dealt with the ability to properly clean these out of our system, which is why we are seeing a rise in so many chronic diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, thyroid disease. The list goes on and on and on. I actually could just talk on this topic for hours and hours and hours. There are books on this topic. The evidence is there. This isn't some sort of let's be over the top and scare everyone. It's true. These toxins are there, and in accumulation, they have a big impact on our body. In isolation, 1 or 2 here or there, our body can handle it. So, and this is the situation that we need to think about. You know, if losing weight was so easy, then why are we so obese? You know, why is it? And it is very much to do with the fact that there's a dysfunction between our biology, our environment, and our behaviour. Someone needs to mute there. There we go. There's actually a dysfunction. So our actual body, our biology and the environment and our behavior, our choices of what we purchase, the food we eat, how we move our body is really dysfunctional, that it's actually contributing to disease. 63% of Australians are overweight or obese. That is huge. There's 2/3 of our population are overweight or obese. If you are sitting here listening to me and you're feeling your stomach and it's bulging over your pants, or it's too big, or it's above 85 centimeters, you need to detox. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. Our waist circumference is where our organs sit. That's the machine. That's where everything functions and works from. And look, I understand that people lose weight, they struggle to lose weight, and it requires quite a lot of discipline. But there is a freedom in that, and that freedom is you're free from some of the hideous diseases I see and treat every day due to the accumulation of toxins, and then the lack of motivation to try and lose and burn this fat. And it's proven that if you lose weight, you actually improve your health. If you lose the fat, your health score improves dramatically. 66% of New Zealanders are also overweight and obese. And there's a lot of fad diets out there, and that is definitely a really important thing to do, is to watch what you eat. Absolutely. Watch the amount you eat, go low carb, go low fat, do paleo, 5-2, fasting, vegan, vegetarian, portion control, whatever you want. They're all out there. The only issue with some of these type of diets is that what do you do once you're off them? What happens next? And unfortunately, a lot of people who go on these diets after a period of time end up back at the weight they were prior to the diet. 80% actually. So that in itself says something. So you finally conjure up the ability to and passion and inspiration to lose weight, and you're most likely going to regain it all. That isn't also just because you're lazy or you revert just to bad habits. It's probably because you didn't do it properly. And that's the biggest thing here. And that's what I want to start to teach everybody. 42% of adults are currently trying to lose weight. And just a 5 to 10% weight loss reduction leads to dramatic health improvements. You know, I look at blood sugar testing in my patients, and I start to see a fasting blood glucose of 5.5, 5.8, 5.9, and I'm like, okay, your insulin and your pancreas and your metabolism are not processing sugar, carbohydrates. That's enough of an indicator that you're not coping, your body's not coping. So there's some really fine little points you can do to start to direct your body into a better channel, moving that blood sugar down through diet and detoxification. 23% are fighting to maintain their weight. So even if you're fairly happy with your weight, or even if you're unhappy with your weight, 23% of those people are struggling to just keep that weight there. And I'm amazed how often when I go through people's diets and they're overweight, and I look at their diet and it's not their diet. It's not that they're eating too much, or they go to the Hungry Jack's, take out, drive in, or McDonald's, and they're eating way too much ice cream or panna ice cream at night or something. They're not. They're generally actually really quite conscious but they're still overweight and they're doing CrossFit and all these types of training at the gym, and they're strong, particularly they might have some muscle or things like that, but they're not burning fat. And lasting weight loss isn't easy, unfortunately. Keeping it off, just reducing calories is not easy for people. So as I said before, it's no surprise that 80% of those who lose weight end up putting their weight back on after 5 years. So one of the keys to weight loss is detoxification, because these toxins bind to your insulin, they bind to your sugar hormone, they bind to your thyroid, which is the gland that sits in your neck that regulates your metabolism. This little butterfly gland is so responsible for keeping you warm, keeping you burning fuel, getting you moving, communicates incredibly well with your endocrine system. And they've found that people who are overweight have an inflamed hypothalamus. And the hypothalamus is the big driver of the whole endocrine system. So if your hypothalamus is inflamed, it's not going to communicate very well with your thyroid or your pancreas or your ovaries or your adrenals. So there's a lot of dysfunction that starts to happen. And the more overweight you are, they've found that in obese people, their hypothalamus is inflamed. And the only way to actually take the inflammation away over time from the hypothalamus and start to correct the metabolism is through detoxification, an anti-inflammatory diet, weight loss. That's it. And you can reverse this inflammation, but it only happens over time and with the right program and effort. The microbiome plays a huge role in how we extract calories from food, what nutrients we extract from food. It affects our mood and behavior. They make neurotransmitters, serotonin, dopamine, noradrenaline, things that make you want to get up and go for a run or make good food choices. Dopamine's the reward pathway. If you're low in dopamine, you're going to want to have more coffees, you're going to want to have more wine, you're going to want to sleep in bed longer, you're going to feel more tired. So you seek reward to sort of get some dopamine stimulated. If your gastrointestinal tract isn't making effective neurotransmitters, that chemical message is not going to be balanced in your body. And so this is the thing, is what's hard when people are really needing to detox. Those that are needing to detox the most are struggling the most to make the good choices for themselves. They're lacking the discipline. They can't be bothered. They're tired. But that's the very reason why you have to, and you need to push yourself, because the long-term payoff is there. And it isn't 3 weeks. 3 weeks would be ideal. My 21-day detox would be ideal in a really clean environment. Maybe back 20 years ago, 30, 50 years ago, prior to chemical introduction or the acceleration of chemicals every year. So now it's like, let's detox many times a year and let's detox for as long as we can. But it doesn't have to be where you don't have a life and you don't enjoy it. In fact, it's the opposite. It's where you feel invigorated, you gain energy, you regain your vitality and your wellness. And maybe you're still a little bit cheeky from time to time with a little glass of wine or a bit of gluten or whatever it is. That it's better that you focus on a long-term strategy to maintain your weight than it is just to do a quick program. A quick program is great, but you need to keep reinvigorating it and keep moving. And that rebalances the microbiome, which then sends the correct messages, which then helps to burn your fat, which then helps to cleanse your liver. This helps to create behavioral changes, and hopefully part of that behavioral change is physical activity. We are designed to move our body. It is our absolute birthright. We have arms and legs. We have these limbs. We're designed to walk, move, sweat, run, jump, bend, stretch, you name it. So the more physical you are, the better your metabolism, the better the machine, the less you have around your waist, and the more vital you feel. And you also stimulate detoxification and neurotransmitter production. So, there's a few strategies with keeping weight off: intermittent fasting, energy restriction, time-restricted eating. There's a lot of different ways that you can still eat well without having to be on a particular diet, but actually just fast from time to time. and also perhaps reduce the hours that you eat. So it's always good to eat within an 8-hour window. So 10 till 6 or 9 till 5. And then, the result of weight loss is that there's extra energy. And especially if you're putting less in and you're burning more. And that's the idea. So with the 6-week program, it's about lasting weight loss. And it's not just about 6 weeks either. There's a 6-week and then you need a break because we need to reset your hypothalamus. So your body has a set weight point. Okay, so whatever it was at your prime time, maybe add a little bit more on, and that's it. And that set weight point is where you want to get back to, if you can. There are issues that can stop people from getting there, like thyroid issues, like diabetes, like blood sugar imbalances, like fatigue, insomnia. However, it doesn't mean you can't do it. You just need to do it. So I'll take you through a program to achieve these diet goals. There'll be Q&A, there'll be some specialized sort of weight loss tips. I've been doing this on thousands of people for over 12 years. I've done so many diets, and I feel like, as I say to my patients, I'm an elastic band. I'm going to choose a diet that's right for you. And that's what I've done with this program. I've tried to be very general. I've tried to create flexibility because it's not about just this strict, do it like this 100%, only eat these things. It's actually about long-lasting commitment to eating well and healthy. Diets are a fad. Eating for life is where you want to be. In this program, I'll hand select particular recipes from the ebook that I think are very good for weight loss, and I'll give you a bit of a guide around how that could look, what a really ideal day would look like, exercise and habit cracking with commitments around that I want you to stick to, and there'll be loads and loads of tips. We'll set some goals together of what we're going to aim for at the start and what we're going to get when we finish. And then at day 21, I'll come back in and we'll look at what the blocks are, what are the issues, how do we optimize the next 3 weeks, how do we accelerate it, what's been going on for you all in that time. There'll be a lot of support, a lot of inspiration to get you going for the next 3 weeks. And then come the end of it, that's where the next level of pearls are going to come out. And that's where you're basically going to stop for a couple of weeks. And we're going to decide who needs to go back in and lose more. And then also who needs to just stay put for a while. Regardless, everyone at this point needs to stop losing weight just for a couple of weeks. They just need to maintain weight. And if you feel you need to still lose more, then you come back in and we can do it again, or you can repeat this process again. But not quite like this, not the first 6 week. We do a 2 to 3 week and then another 2 to 3 week with a break. But I'll explain it more in detail at the time. Because permanently setting a point of your weight and deciding what it is how you'll keep your weight off. Because your hypothalamus, if you gradually sort of tune it back to that ideal point, it will go there. So that's the beauty. It will actually go there, but you have to go about it in the right way. We'll discuss portion control, time-restricted eating, reducing rather than restricting. And then again, I'll talk to you a bit about exercise. And I've got a picture of the Tone Protein Boost here to the left, and that's because this is a key product in this program. This is so good at curbing appetite and then burning fat. So when you burn fat, you lose toxins. When you lose toxins, your metabolism works better, your thyroid works better, your insulin works better, your mind works better, your gut works better. Everything works better. Detoxification is not a fad. It is a need. It is an absolute need. Every day we should be detoxing, unless you're living on some remote island away from any kind of toxin. You really need to be detoxing every day. And it doesn't have to be where you don't have any quality life, or you don't enjoy your coffee, or you don't enjoy the odd thing here or there. It's not even about that. It's about choosing your toxin. But stimulating, oops, but stimulating.
Though. They're just wrinkly, smelly, and have terrible fashion sense.
Oopsie.
Actually, the wrappings are part of the mummification.
There's a little a non-muting moment there. Back to that. So, yeah, detoxification, very important for you all. So what are the benefits of Intrametica? It will reduce your appetite, improve your metabolism, promote weight loss. And when you lose weight, you lose, the fat keeps the structure upright too, keeps it more plump. So sometimes when people lose weight, they can look a bit older, unfortunately. So the collagen in there is excellent to help combat that collagen loss or decline that can occur with weight loss. So, and also that will protect your joints and your structure. So when you're overweight too, your joints can be really impacted by the weight that they're carrying. So you really want to feed the joint tissue with collagen. Also has the benefit of glowing skin, wrinkles, and reducing wrinkles, and looking, having fabulous nails and hair. Intrametica, the Collagen Ultimate Plus, and the Purify and the Toned are all rich in antioxidants and polyphenols that work to help combat the underlying causes of chronic disease. They feed your microbiome, detoxes your liver, your gut, and your hormones. And your hormones are a whole other topic in this too. They really, estrogen dominance, progesterone deficiency has a massive impact on weight and fluid, and therefore also toxicity. It's a fairly organic plant-based range. There's no hidden nasties. It's rich in phytonutrients with proven clinical outcomes. And the Western diet is very low with this microbial diversity, or even feeding the microbes to have that diversity. So the Intrametica range with all those phytonutrients helps to actually feed the microbiome. When you feed the microbiome, you're feeding the life in your body. Purify Body Cleanse is the hero detox product. It's amazing. This is such a beautiful combination. It's a trio of focusing on hormonal health in men and women, and also focusing on the microbiome as a prebiotic and a probiotic, but also focusing on the liver and detoxing and the lymphatic system. So this is the product that's really the ideal day-to-day product to take to combat environmental toxins that you're drinking, eating, breathing, wearing, sitting on, you name it. You don't even know they're there, half of them. So I take this every day to help combat the air pollution I breathe in when I go for my run or walk on the beach, etc. It's just is such a beautifully designed product to work in synergy with the gut and liver. And what I love about this also is that we don't get a lot of reactions, to toxic reactions on this. And I think because it's working so synergistically with the gut and liver together, and it's helping to actually also move feces out of the colon, which also can be a real toxic storage area. So it helps to really get bowel motions going. And it has a probiotic in it also, and antioxidants and gut healing nutrients and fuel for your microbiome. Has cholla in there for detoxification of heavy metals, dandelion root, turmeric as an anti-inflammatory. Excellent for acne, excellent for dull skin, excellent for eczema, psoriasis, fatigue, headaches, allergies, you name it. And the black rice cactus flower in there is to balance the hormones out. The Collagen Ultimate Plus is the beauty product, yes, because 50% of it is the collagen peptides, the type 1, which is the most abundant collagen that you have in your body, and it has been proven to be 90% absorbed within 1 hour. So it's a superior collagen, this one. It's unlike others on the market. And we're meeting the clinical dose of the evidence that's been through 3 double-blind randomized placebo-controlled trials in over 250 women that proved that there were noticeably firmer and smoother skin and fewer wrinkles. The collagen in here promotes elasticity, regenerates connective tissue, and promotes overall joint health. Not only is it good for skin and glowing health, but it's also got the other phytonutrients in there that are excellent for wrinkles and skin elasticity. The studies show that 8 weeks, 50% decrease in eye wrinkle volume, so crow's feet. 4 weeks, within 4 weeks, 15% increase in skin elasticity. Improves hair and nail strength, less chipping and breakage. And after 3 to 6 months of use of the collagen, there's firmer skin around the leg, thigh, and buttocks. Astaxanthin is the other little hero ingredient in the Collagen Ultimate Plus. This is, I call it the algae for athletes. I think we all have an inner athlete. I know I do. And that means I want to be healthy. I want to be well. I want to strive. I want to be the best I can. That's how I see an athlete. And this algae, the reason it's for athletes is because it's been proven to supercharge their power, basically. It makes them a lot more powerful. So if it does it to athletes, it's going to do it to you. Athletes are exposed to a lot of oxidative stress because they exercise far too much for what really we should be having, unfortunately. And that can contribute to a lot of post-exercise fatigue and excessive amounts of oxidative stress. So the astaxanthin acts as a very superior antioxidant in the muscles and also in the mitochondria, in the vascular tissue, in the skin, you name it. It's an algae that protects your cells. And it's been proven in numerous studies for the skin. It helps to lighten sunspots, reducing aging. It helps to decrease the breakdown of the collagen fibers that are occurring in the surface of the skin. Also excellent for mental fatigue. I take the Collagen Ultimate Plus, if not once or twice a day, 2 doses a day, especially if I've had a long day in practice, I'll take another dose. So it maintains the mitochondria, which are your energy powerhouse cells that give you vitality. Works very well on your brain. And there are a lot of other antioxidants in this product. And I could talk just about the Collagen Ultimate Plus for a good hour in detail around all the fabulous antioxidants that are in here. 50% of the formulation is powerful antioxidants. It's unlike any other collagen supplement on the market. The amount of collagens I have to critique regularly, and I'm like, yep, great, we're still in the winning race. We still have a far superior blend of antioxidants. What this one particularly is, the grapefruit and rosemary extract, is designed to protect against UV radiation of your skin, so that the actual melanin and the oxidation of that can occur in the skin. So it acts as an internal sunblock, and it's been proven to do that. Helps to fully oxygenate, nourish and hydrate the skin, improves elasticity, suppleness and decreases dark circles. That's the clinical trial, what it showed on 90 healthy people in Italy. And they have great skin, so I think that's quite a good response. So the detox program comes with over 95 recipes, I think, or 85 recipes. So there's smoothies, breakfasts, lunches, dinners, snacks, desserts, which I don't really recommend, but they are in there for people who really struggle, but the idea is to get off them. And what's different about this detox that's unlike any other is the 3 stages. We have the cleanse stage, which works on the microbiome and the liver and the gut, and it heals within. Then we have the balance stage, which balances blood sugar cravings, which is the time protein boost. It's really, really key, this time protein boost and this detoxification. Then the renew stage works to protect your cells, and it repairs DNA, and it also supports your collagen and the structure in your body. So renewing your cells during and after a detox is paramount for longevity. Oxidative stress is not a good thing in your body. You need to protect yourself against it. Toxicity causes oxidative stress. Oxidative stress promotes disease. So the Collagen Ultimate Plus protects against the oxidative stress that detoxification can cause, as well as what's going on day to day. We educate you on what you can do in your environment, the chemicals in your pantry, cosmetics, what you can do with your body to enhance the process. mindfulness techniques, exercise, and as I said, there's lots of recipes that you can enjoy with your family and friends. We've had such great feedback around the recipes, and there's also a food and meal plan to give you a guide. And that's it. With that slideshow there we go. Hello, everyone. Do we have any questions? I'll just go to the chat.
Thanks, Angela. That was amazing. And it's like, I listened to that and it just confirms again why I take it daily. You know, I don't have a weight problem, but especially when you talked about astaxanthin and the energy, I've found that really has been a real game changer for me with my exercise. And I take it before swimming every morning. And I found that, you know, my distance, my endurance, and how I feel has changed dramatically. And it's the first thing I pick up. You know, the goggles, and I have my collagen beforehand. So it's just a reminder. But we do have some questions there. There's a little bit. Lyndall had a question there. If you could talk a little bit more about the benefits for someone with rosacea, too, because she's got a client of hers in that situation.
Yeah. So rosacea. It depends on the cause behind rosacea, but essentially that can be due to an imbalance in the gut and often hormonal issues at the same time. So the detoxification program will be excellent for rosacea, absolutely. And that's because of the antioxidants, because of the inflammation that's occurring on the skin. So the astaxanthin is an excellent anti-inflammatory in the skin. It's been proven to be beneficial for eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, and rosacea. The purified body cleanse, the black rice and cactus flower, will be very good for the hormonal aspect around the rosacea manifestation. And in addition, the gut cleansing aspect and liver detoxifying aspect of the purify will be very good for the rosacea. The tone protein boost, having extra collagen in there will be great. If they need to lose weight, that's obviously an addition, because there is, when the skin is so inflamed, it's an indication of inflammation within too. So when you detox, you lose inflammation. So you decrease your inflammatory response and you reduce chronic disease. So the range is excellent for rosacea. Some people might need a little bit more depending on how severe the rosacea is. Like probably the Intrametica range, you need to take it all the time with rosacea for quite a long period of time till it really minimized, and you might need additional treatments or some nice topical treatments with it too. So because the Intrametica range is an internal range, and with any skin problem, I always like to treat it internally as well as externally, because it's a very good opportunity to really get to the skin. Naomi's asked if I can go over the new program again. Basically, sorry, Tino, did you want to say?
I was going to say, just give us just a brief overview again.
Yeah, sure, happy to. So it's not really a new program, as in it's still the 21 day, so it's not like anything to confuse you all at all. It's no different to that. It's just I want to guide you through that a little bit more specifically over 6 weeks, but make it about weight loss in there, okay? And I'll just give you some tips and extra information around how we can optimize weight loss while detoxing, okay? So it's not a new program. It's literally the same program, but I'm going to give you a lot more information as to how you can get long-lasting weight loss benefit out of the program. So it's 6 weeks. So it's the 21 day times 2, essentially. And we're going to set some goals. We're going to set, right, this is your start weight. I want you to write down your ideal weight, where you want to be, and I can help individually on the webinars. People can ask questions on here. They're this weight, they want to lose this, and what's the best way to go about it. If they've got an issue, I can also help with those, give them some tips, extra individual tips around that. But essentially it's really just to sort of guide you through that and hold your hand through that 6 weeks so that you get long-lasting weight loss, and then we can go back in again after, depending on those. Whether we do it as a webinar series again, I'm not sure. We need to decide. But I can lead you in how you would even do that in your own manner after the 6 weeks. So basically, the idea is to teach you how to keep the weight off for as long as possible and not be a statistic of regaining within 80% that regain within 5 years. But it's not going to happen overnight. And for some, it's going to be longer. For some, it's going to be harder. For some, it's going to be easier, where none of us are the same, which is what makes programs really challenging. Which is why I want to sort of do it as at one point 21 days and 42 days, so that I'm there to really check in on that 3 week and the next 3 week, and then guide. And even if I have to do another 2-3 weeks after that, not a problem. So yeah, it's to help keep the weight off. I want all these people doing this program to not rebound. It's really the biggest reason behind it. I don't want us to be a statistic of, oh, right, we did this program and we're back there in 3-6 months with the weight that we started with, with the weight we were prior to the detox.
Right.
Does that answer your question, Naomi? Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I've got my video off for good reason.
Are you in your PJs, darling?
Yeah, thank you. So just to clarify that, so people can still purchase the normal detox that's currently available, and then they opt in for this extra program if they want, basically.
Yeah, you could do it by 2 if you want. So you purchase two of the detox packs to do the 6 weeks. Yeah,
That's
I would
great.
strongly recommend that people do that, because that's how you're going to get much better, longer lasting weight loss. You need to do 6 weeks for weight loss. For detoxification, you don't necessarily need to. It is ideal to take the products every day, in my opinion. But for detoxification, you just do a 3-weeker. But if people really want to lose weight and get it off a bit longer, 6 is better. And then I'll let you know around what you do from there. It kind of gets a lot easier actually after that. But that's 6 week. And I wanted to do this before summer, so people, because it's easier, people can eat salads and they want to be active more. So it's a great time to really smash some weight off and then learn how to keep it there.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. My mum did the 3 over the 3 months, and she lost 14 kilos, and losing weight wasn't even her goal. She just lost it, and she now takes it every day. So she does the maintenance every day. She's just amazed by it. So yeah, that's great that you're doing that. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Yeah, it's so important for longevity and health and wellness to lose the weight what you can and be reasonable and achievable within that. Does the program still have a positive impact for people who may not be consuming organic produce all the time? Absolutely. Even more reason why you need to do the program. If you can't eat organic all the time, and look, that is really a problem for some people that live remotely. I have it with patients a lot. Actually, they say, oh, I can't get anything. You know, I live in Wangaratta and there's very little fresh organic produce. So even more reason you're exposed to organophosphate pesticides and chlorides that, yeah, you should be trying to actually take the Purify Body Cleanse every single day. 2 good teaspoons every day to help combat those toxins. And yes, I would suggest if you can't eat organic due to whatever the reason is, that you embark on a detox program at least 4 times a year minimum. There is also, if you don't know, you probably do, but the Clean 15 Dirty Dozen, Clean 15. So that's the vegetables that are heavily sprayed versus the ones that aren't. And typically the easy way to think about it is if they've got some sort of protection or thick skin or husk, they don't spray them as much. Versus if they're quite delicate and water, soft, sort of absorbable plants, they tend to spray them a lot more heavily. It's quite disgusting. I hate thinking. Eating food that's just laced with chemicals is like, I really feel for people that can't access it. I really do. Grow a garden, get a garden.
And Angela, we've got Anastasia said if you can go over the pregnancy and breastfeeding guidelines for this detox, and is the collagen important in this time?
So the pregnancy breastfeeding, no detoxification in pregnancy or breastfeeding. It's all about beforehand. So the only product you can take in pregnancy and breastfeeding is the Collagen Ultimate Plus. And that is because women are growing a baby through their body. There's a lot of collagen happening in need there. And then they're also then shrinking and then breastfeeding. So the collagen is fine and safe in pregnancy, and that's all. The ideal is to do the detox program prior to conception. So if you're planning to have a baby, it's ideal for you to detox for months before to have the healthiest outcome for your offspring. So the actual process is actually a 4-month window, because whatever a woman is ovulating now or at her cycle, that egg has been sitting in a sort of dormant, exposed capacity for 4 months prior. So, yeah, it's quite funny. People come in and go, I want to fall pregnant. I'm like, yeah, right. Well, we better ideally detox you for about 3 or 4 months minimum before you fully start trying. And it's really interesting how if we do that, they fall pregnant so much quicker than those that are like, no, I don't want to detox. I just want to try now. I don't want to wait any longer. And so I'm sort of trying to do this in-between version of it all. And, yeah, I'll have to stop and say, no, I need you to, depending on how their health is and whether they've been on the pill and medications and lifestyle that they've had, obviously. Sometimes really clean, healthy people don't need that. They could just do it in a much quicker manner. But yes, the program is better done as a preconception program for 3 to 4 months prior. And even if that just means you do it once or twice in a 4-month window before you start trying, that's also good. But the longer the better.
And Angela, that applies to the male too, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, 50% of the genetic material men bring to the party. So, unless the woman's making the baby on her own, detox, the average weight reduction over 3 to 6 weeks, look, it's a hard one, but I don't like excessive. It depends on what the weight is. Sometimes it's fluid. People often the first week or two lose quite a lot of fluid. And that fluid isn't sort of fake weight loss. It's actually really genuine weight loss. It's what your body's carrying around unnecessarily, and it's inflammatory and it's slowing everything down, your organs down. It's a response because it's congested. It's not coping. It might be your thyroid. It might be your hormones. It might be toxins and things like that. So, but typically, we'd aim for 1 kilo a week. Some people will exceed that. Some people might get 1.5 to 2 kilos a week. I wouldn't want any more. I wouldn't want to see people really losing 12 kilos in 6 weeks. 8's are really nice. 6 is really good. 4 is also good. So it really depends on your activity, on your metabolism, on your age, and how big your appetite is. But essentially people can lose quite a lot too. So it depends also how much you have to lose. The good thing is people who are a little bit more overweight than those that are not, they tend to lose weight a lot. They tend to lose a lot more weight the more overweight you are. And that's why I believe Michelle Bridges wrote a book, The Last 5 Kilos, because it's really hard, the last 5. What are some other questions here?
Okay. Nari's
my comment, if no weight loss has occurred over the 21 initial day. Well, a few things. I'd be questioning perhaps you need to do it longer. You're a bit more toxic than you may realise. So you probably need to do the program 2-3 times. And this 6-week one would be really good for me to do to help you through this process and look at it more intimately. However, I would check your thyroid, get a blood test with your doctor of the TSH, and you want an ideal thyroid level is less than 2. The number's going to be less than 2. So I get them to do that, and their blood test might show 3, and their doctor says it's fine. But that's subclinical hypothyroidism. That means that's subclinical sluggish metabolism, which means you'll struggle to lose weight or take a lot longer. Some of the other issues can be the level of insulin resistance, which will also come back to toxicity. The other issues might be how much did you exercise? Did you burn enough fuel? Is that input versus output? Is there the correct ratio there? So you need to put more out than you put in terms of calories. And I would also look at hormones. So I look at estrogen. Estrogen can really slow women down. from losing weight, unfortunately. So, and that's toxins typically, that's the liver. So again, you would need to do it longer. So I find my really resistant weight loss people, might not lose much in the first few weeks because of their endocrine system, essentially their thyroid or their ovaries and estrogen. So you've got to go a bit harder, unfortunately, but don't give up because your body, it probably really needs it. And then there is the odd case where, you really need some really one-on-one hand holding and some decent investigation to really nut out why you're not losing weight in a more kind of individualized private manner. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an indicator there. It takes an average of, Nairi said it takes an average of 72 days for sperm to form, so it's good for dads to be on the detox. Exactly. Absolutely. Have to go. Thank you. So someone's asked, not sure if I can answer this question or not, but had a client who's had breast cancer and she was wondering if it's okay to take the collagen still. She was concerned about the regeneration of cells, etc., I think. There's no evidence that I know in the literature around collagen affecting the growth of tumours. There is a little bit with glutamine, and it's not ideal for cancer, but the amount of glutamine in the range is very low compared to what the evidence shows. It's much higher dosing. So I definitely don't see an issue. In fact, I would say the Collagen Ultimate Plus is very beneficial, not as a treatment for cancer, but as a supportive concomitant therapy, particularly post-treatment, as an ongoing maintenance support to help keep cell renewal healthy and to repair DNA post chemo, and also just to protect your cells generally, because there's 50% of every teaspoon is very powerful antioxidants with very good dosing. So it's an antioxidant formula, which is why we call it Ultimate Plus, because it's all of the phytonutrients that really regenerate the cells. So yes, I would say I don't have any concerns about it affecting any growth of tumours. In fact, the opposite. Cool. I think that was it.
I think we're right there. And Angela, can you just a question, because this is something that I incur. I don't need to lose weight, but just for those people that don't need to lose weight, tell them obviously the benefits of the products I've had ongoing, but just so people are aware that for someone that doesn't want to lose weight, what's the effect of the program? Not so much all the products, should I say?
Yeah, well, weight loss isn't just about, the program isn't just about weight loss. Oh. It's, as in the detox program, the 21-day, that's about detoxification. And as you're still exposed, Tino, you swim in the ocean, you drive a car, you fly around the country, I've seen you have a cheeky wine.
With you.
With me. So, it's important for you. You're aging. You're not devoid of that. Your skin's getting older. You're in the sun. And you still are potentially vulnerable to metabolism slowing down, even though your weight's good. But probably why you have such a good metabolism is because you do swim every day. You do. You're getting that cold water every day is so great for your system when you hop in the water, going for a swim, to get your metabolism going, to get antioxidants happening. So, your weight is naturally healthy, probably because you've been your genetics and you've also how you've looked after yourself. But the program is still ideal for you because you're aging and your cardiovascular health. The collagen is great for vascular tissue, your joints as you age. Hopefully we'll be able to regrow some hair for you.
It's easier when you go for a swim. It dries pretty quick.
Yeah, that's the benefit. So it's very good for anyone. Yeah, it's not about weight loss. And then the point probably is that if people wanted to do a 6-week detox, you still could do a 6-week detox. Yeah. You try not to lose weight. So all that means is you just eat more. I mean, you haven't lost weight doing.
That's why I asked the question, because I felt much better and I know what you need to detox. But it's just for people out there that feel that, hey, is it just what happens if I don't want to lose weight? So you've answered it exactly as I expected, because that's why I've always been on the program.
Yeah, it's vital for you. So absolutely.
Yeah, no, true. All right, I think we've nearly covered. I'm looking at the time here, Angela, but look, I must admit you've covered it so thoroughly, right? I can certainly highly recommend to everyone, if they haven't been on the program, do so, because you'll never regret. And as Angela said, as you've said it quite often, if unless you're in a bubble, living in the middle of Nevada, or, you're not going to. You need to detox, and you need to be on on the products that we actually have here at Intrametica. And I must admit, we're seeing that just with the testimonials coming through. People are getting amazing results, and I can. From a personal point of view in our household, we absolutely love it. So we'll continue to be on it all the time.
That's awesome. I love that.